Welcome back, everybody. We're here again, this time with a new episode. It's slightly more of a bonus episode, what you would say. We're not looking at so much of a camo as we are at spotting mechanics with regards to being behind a bush with different setups. There will be a couple of different videos regarding this because there are a lot of variations that you can have. So we're going to be starting off with 3 AMX Shaffies with different setups, spotting an E50 in the open field from behind a see-through bush. One of the AMX Shaffies, driven by FormulaZR, is going to be having binos only. No perks, no nothing, just binos. The second one with Krebs is just going to be vents only. And finally, I'm just going to be in a Stock AMX Chaffee, but with the same setup. We're going to be looking to spot the E50, who is going to be moving, and then who's also going to be stopped in the middle of the field. We're going to see the different variations between the two in regards to how far away we can spot them, and then finally how far away we can spot them when they're actually not moving. So, without further ado, I shall be popping the videos up in a quick description each of what's actually happening. And the way the video is done, I'm kind of sat behind Krebs and Formula, so I'll have to put an actual description of how far away they physically are, so you can understand from there. And hopefully we'll be able to get this all done, and it'll be easy to read. But again, as always, don't forget to leave your feedback in the comment section below and let me know how it goes. And up now, this is FormulaZR. He's in the Amex Shafi and he's running with binos only. Sat in the bush. Again, this is the see-through bush, and we're looking to have a look at how far away the E50 genuinely is. Again, no perks on the actual tank itself, so there's nothing other than binos that will be making an actual difference as to what's happening. And as you can already see, 441 meters with binos activated is where we can actually see the E50 moving towards him. Not so much of a surprise considering how much of a bonus the binos provide your tank when you are stationary, 25%. Add that to on any kind of spotting tanks, any light tanks, medium tanks, you are going to get a very, very good range. Including with that is tank destroyers as well. The only other kind of tank that you would find them on is an E100 because they're awesome sniper tanks, as we all know. The same can be said for when it is the E50 is actually stock and not moving. 441 meters seems to be the maximum range that the Chaffee can physically see the tank, regardless of whether it's moving or whether it's actually sat still. It's not always going to be the case that you're going to spot him at 440 meters not moving, just on the premise of where you are. It's the chances of you actually doing that is very, very slim. But fortunately, being able to test this out, you can get an idea of whether it'll be a useful feature to use on your tank. At the moment, because you're not able to pick the maps, it's kind of annoying that you can't really say, oh, I think I'll run Coach Optics this time because we're on a smaller map, Greenberg, city maps, etc. But this is one of the reasons why we do these tests, is to physically find out. It's nice to have a little bit of a number on the sides of things. So what we're going to be doing after this one is we're going to move on to Krebs, again in the Chaffee itself, but vents only. We're now moving on to Krebs. Here we are, the Amex Shafi with vents only, again spotting the E50 from behind a see-through bush. At the moment, the E50 will be moving. Very much the same exact kind of scenario as what Formula was in. And as we can see, 371 meters with vents only. That is a large reduction of nearly 40, no, what am I on about? I don't even know maths. Nearly 70 meters-ish, give or take the extra few 5 or 6 meters or so. And that's just without the use of binos. So you can see how 25% versus 5% crew skills actually makes some sort of a difference in terms of spotting. You wouldn't believe it, obviously, for the sake. But this is kind of the testing that we'll do. As it is now, the E50 is not moving. When he is moving slightly, it's 363 is when we can spot them. When the idea of the not moving test comes up, what we do is we go forward to a point and then roll back until we're undetected and then start moving the tank again. So we know roughly where it is that the tank can't be detected from when it's not moving. Then you move a meter forward and then you move your tank side to side, not with the turret, with the actual tank itself, and then you get detected. And that's how it is that we work out the not moving distances versus the actual moving side of things. So what we'll do now is we'll move on to myself and the Amex Shafi, and this will be with absolutely nothing. We are stock. And here we are with the stock tank itself, the Chaffee, myself, behind the see-through bush, and let's go right into this. The E50 immediately spotted 351 meters. That's been with him actually moving, and slowly but surely he'll be moving backwards just to make sure that the actual limits themselves that we set out were correct. The differences when we saw them were not so much of a shock over the course of vents and then binos. Binos obviously, is going to be very, very good for spotting, especially at long range when you have the opportunity to. Being sat behind a bush as well will afford you that better camera rating. As it is, If you get a stock light tank that maybe tier 6, tier 7, tier 8 in some cases as well, then you know that at least your stock range itself is going to be ideal. But you also know that you're not going to be running a light tank stock. It's ideally going to be used for spotting, so coated optics, vents. Some of your perks will certainly make that difference if you have them available to you. The perks, more so than anything, you can probably find that they'll increase it. Maybe you'll spot a tank 351 meters moving, but with the perks you might be able to increase that 20 or 30 meters, which might not sound like a lot, but is. We're now getting up to the point where we're able to spot the E50 when he's not moving. Again, similar premise, move forward, move back every now and then, and see when it is the actual tank drops off the map. As it is, he's gone now, moves forward slightly, 344 meters is the end result. So that is a stock AMX Chaffee spotting another tank, in this case the E50, when he's not moving. I will at the end of the video pop up all the details in terms of the test results themselves, so you can all have a look at the breakdown of each one and how much they make a difference. And I will be putting up other videos as well, similar to this bonus one, as well as the normal standard camos where you've got all your perks, etc. One of the things I'm wanting to do is to see if I can get the video sorted where we can have the Binos together with coated optics, vents, etc. Not so much the perks, but the equipment side of things, because they're generally the things that people can get hold of a lot easier than building your perks up over a set period of time. As always, if you did enjoy the video, don't forget to give it a like, and if you can, comment and subscribe and let me know in regards to the feedback what it is you would like to see in the next videos, and if there's anything in this video that you didn't find particularly useful and you'd like it changed for maybe another video. As always, have fun, and hopefully you managed to learn something today.